Call the school board meeting to order for October 3rd, 2017. Will you join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1.2, setting of the agenda. Any changes?
We have a few additions. Staffing for intercession is included in there. A couple of the last-minute student activity requests, and additional business item was to consider financial advisor for the upcoming project.
Is there a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 1.3, thank you for all being here. Is there anyone in the audience that wants to address a specific agenda item before we turn it over to the police and the one that has the corner market on cuteness right over here? You have another opportunity. Item 2, consent agenda. Motion to accept the consent agenda will be on the table if you want to talk about any of the items. Is there a motion? Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Want to talk about any of those things in the consent agenda? Anyone? Okay. I'm playing with this because I'm not going further, but Item 3.1, focus on learning, Webster Elementary.
Yes.
You're on the stage.
We have Principal Carrie McGuire, who is going to introduce her staff, first grade staff. Go ahead, Mrs. McGuire.
So we have our first grade teacher. This is Mrs. Uhelke, and then Mrs. Corlett. We're getting used to that. She just got married, 2 weeks ago? And Ms. Franceschi, who have some of their students here with them, and they're going to talk about the Marshall County Promise activities that they did in the Walk Into My Future trip that they took to Ancilla recently.
You just excuse me, don't let you do it. Thank you, everyone, for letting us share with you our experience. We started it last year with the Marshall County Promise, with the College Choice 529 accounts for students, also with discovering what a college is like. You would not believe how excited first graders are just to see a college. And talking about the champions in their life and the activity that helps support them. And we're going to show a little bit about our experience with our Walk Into My Future.
Oh, wait. It's good. Whoops.
You want me to go or no?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Horse dancer, Simpson, police, baker, police, teacher, big teddy bears, teacher, doctor, a singer, police officer, fire, police officer, teacher, policeman, artist, dancer, policeman.
So those were my wonderful first graders who were so excited to know that I was going to be sharing that with you. So lots of teachers and police officers, they were really excited to start thinking about what they wanted to do.
These are some of the students who signed up last year for the 529 Promise.
So they started saving for their college, so they're one step further into furthering their education for when they're done with high school. So these were kindergartners and first grades last year.
Now Annalise is going to share some.
Hello, everybody. My name is Annalise Fernando. Today I am 6 years old. Next year I will be a second grader. Later in school I will be in high school now. When I grow up, I want to be a vet, so I can help animals.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. I am 7 years old. This year I am a basketball player. Next year I will be in second grade. Later in school I will be a superstar. When I grow up I want to be a police officer.
And then I can tell you. Mackenzie's going to talk about the champions in her future, those people who are there to help her.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie. I want to be a vet when I grow up. The champion that will help me in my life are my mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and brother. With their help, I'll go far. We just as what we want to be my friends want to be a soccer player, Boston Junior, security guard, and a book catcher.
And Spencer, you want to share some of what we experienced?
We went to a science lab and we saw really cool stuff. We saw like hearts and like lungs and a lot of different stuff. We got to see a skeleton and we got to exercise and we got to inspect like water.
So these are some of our pictures from our trip to Ancilla College, and they had it set up really nicely for the kiddos. It was set up in centers, so they got to spend about 4 or 5 minutes at each one and really get to walk around the campus. And we went into the science lab and they had skeletons set up. They had a real skeleton set up for the kids to see. So they absolutely loved getting to look around. They had a wonderful insect center set up for the kids. They got to look at all different kinds of bees and pollinate flowers. So these are just a couple of the pictures from the different centers that the kiddos walked around to and experienced.
And after going to Ancilla 2 years in a row in kindergarten and first grade, they've each received an associate college experience degree. And they're really fancy. So I will pass those out for you.
Basketball player. I work at the Kennedy Jail with my academic specialist and fast, great, and I can help my job. Defense and stuff. Oh, look at the stuff. That's everything. Where people just go places and it's like, oh, what is that? I'm thinking it's not work stairs. So it's just here. It's like a lot of fun. Teacher. Because my mom is a teacher. A police officer that keeps people safe. A teacher that teaches how to live. A singer that sings lullaby sing. A city worker who fixes the traffic lights. A chef who makes chocolate milk. I want to be an NFL football player for the Indianapolis Colts. A construction worker.
Those were my
Abby.
first you're up. Then we have one more message. Everybody ready?
Hey, Marshall County, thank you for the walk into our future.
Very good. Thank you very much. Great.
What was your favorite part? Do you have a favorite part? No? All of it? That's very good.
Hey, do you have a favorite part?
Now, you all are welcome to stay and experience the excitement that we generate with the rest of the meeting, or you may leave, whatever you prefer.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks for telling us your story.
Okay, 3.2, consider updates to Plymouth Community School Corporation Employee Handbook.
Yes, there are just two changes here that reflect policy adjustments that we've had previously relating to providing a background, every employee providing a background check every 5 years, as well as language relating to drug screens for the employee who may be suspected of being under the influence. Also included in there is the annual Medicare notices. So it's presented to you for your consideration.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 3.3, consider updates to the classified employee guidelines.
This one reflects updated language as it relates to employees who need to work at least 120 days in order to be eligible for pay increases, and then some information relating to time reporting.
Questions? Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 3.4, consider adoption of 2018 budget and resolutions.
Yes, as far as the budget, general budgets go, there's a resolution to adopt the debt service fund, which this section of it is to transfer some of the load of textbook reimbursement we do not get from the state refunded to us, and that is in the dollar amount of $309,977, which will transfer into debt service. And then the Form 4, which is the adoption resolution and appropriations for tax rates for all the funds. And then there is also the general obligation pension bond neutrality resolution. And then the resolution to adopt general fund expenditure goals.
Questions? Is there a motion to adopt these?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Item 3.5, consider the adoption of the 2018 capital projects plan.
Yes, this would be a capital project plan. It's a 3-year plan, and this resolution is to adopt from 2018 through 2020.
Questions? Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 3.6, consider adoption of the 2018 bus replacement plan.
Yes, this plan is a little bit longer than the capital projects plan, and this is from 2018 through 2029, and it's basically either replacing 3 or 4 buses per plan year, generally always 3.
Is there a motion to, well, first of all, do you have any questions? Motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3.7, consider resolution for project.
This relates to the process for lease financing. This initial resolution indicates that we've previously determined the need for this project as well as the need to utilize the lease finance option.
Questions of anyone? Motion to approve the resolution? Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3.8, consider resolution reapproving formation of building corporation.
So in order for us to do a lease financing option, we have to have a building corporation. We have a multi-school building corporation. This resolution reforms this. So in order for the building corporation, which is not-for-profit, to issue the bonds, the IRS requires that the government really approve this building corporation and authorize it to issue the tax-exempt bonds on behalf of the school corporation. Contains the language required by the IRS and is brought before you with the recommendation.
Questions, anyone? Motion to consider the resolution or approve the resolution.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3.9, consider resolution approving preliminary plans, form of lease, and authorizing publication of notice of lease hearing.
So again, the school corporation is funding this project through lease financing, as has done with other past construction or renovation projects. Lease financings are used by school corporations across the state of Indiana in order to borrow for renovation and construction projects. The building corporation will purchase a portion of PCSC property at the closing for at least the appraised value. It will then lease the building back to the school corporation, and that lease rental due from the school corporation will be paid from property taxes and will be for the lease of the property during the term of the lease, and that lease rental will be sufficient to pay the principal and interest due to the bond holders. So this is brought to you.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 3.10, consider property purchase agreement and rainy day expenditure resolution.
So stepping outside of the lease financing piece now, just with respect to the overall project, the property there that is needed for us to fulfill the scope of the project, and that's Fortress Grand building there on the northeast corner of, or adjacent to the northeast corner of the Lincoln Junior High property. Again, that location is essential for the progress of the overall project. So negotiated a purchase price according to board policy, and does not exceed the averages of the appraisals that were provided. This resolution also indicates that we'll pay for this initially from a rainy day fund, but we'll reimburse it according to the reimbursement resolution we passed previously with this project once bonds or bond anticipation notes are served.
Questions? Or a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3.11, new and revised policies, first reading.
You're looking at the
Old.
agenda.
Yeah.
There's an update to the agenda that has a new item, 3.10 actually. is what it was.
And what is that? Okay, that is consider municipal advisory services for First Mortgage Bonds Series 2018.
As part of the process of the building project, we contract services with a financial advisor, in this case, Umball. This is the agreement, costs of which will be covered through proceeds from bond sales.
Questions? Motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we're at 3. Yes, we already did that one, right? Rainy day, no?
Yeah, you're right.
So now we're 3.12, new and revised policies. First read. There we go. I'm back with it.
Is that right?
So a couple policies here relating to, this is just a first reading, organizational operation plans with respect to technology. So in the case of catastrophic event, this will relay plans that we have to keep us up and running, kind of that bare bones technology piece as soon as possible. This comes with a recommendation to us from you. The second one, information protection, is kind of the same thing. How is it that we protect our information, data? And then the third one would be protection of that information as it relates to personal technology devices and the use of corporation-issued imaging passwords. So, it's first reading, take a look, and answer any questions you have now, or
Questions? Okay, item 3.13, new and revised policies, second reading.
these policies reflected updated language that came from the federal ESSA and FLSA and all those federal updates that came. And there's also some language in there with respect to or policies in there that have pertaining to the drug and testing for CDL holders. So
Does this require action?
this is the second reading.
Any questions? Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3.1, what's it for? Project update.
Yeah, so we are still in the midst of design phase of the project. Putting together some schematic drawings, ensuring that our original program plan is fitting in place and still maintaining an element of just what we need. So the intent is still to build into the east side of the lot there and then tear down the existing Lincoln all the way to the original structure there, the far west side, and cap that off and renovate that. Have some other functional uses. So things are moving forward still. We'll have probably formal drawings ready for approval in after the first of the year, so January, February, and continue moving forward from there. I felt it prudent to provide an update on where we are at this point.
Any questions?
I'm sure you're meeting with faculty and staff and personnel.
Yes, faculty and staff have had opportunities to sit with the architect and the principal and myself, discuss classroom needs once that will fit into allowing them to educate their kids the best way they can. So we'll have another run through with them and move forward.
It's going to be going rather smoothly. That's great. Okay, item 4, superintendent's remarks.
Well, with respect to commitment to students, and we heard a great show this evening, but that Marshall County Promise Program and the partnership that we have with Ancilla College is really valuable in providing 2 great days, not just first graders, but kindergartners have been able to be on campus again for a Walk Into My Future event, allowing students to interact with college students, professors, create a little excitement about going to college when they get older. Caring, people familiar with the Lessons in a Backpack program. We have first graders at WDA planning a trip to help pack those backpacks and be a part of that process. And I think that's a great service experience for them. College Go Week recently has occurred. Activities related to this event have been in several schools. I want to highlight Lincoln Junior High. They had a whole week of activities tied to this and fun. Planning culminated with a balloon launch where they released balloons that had their individual goals with respect to launching careers on there. Teamwork. As you know, we hosted the annual Harvest Festival for marching bands this past weekend. It's a great event. Mr. Ames, the students, the band boosters, parents really just did an excellent job of putting together a fantastic competition. We were a great host, and they have received and continue to receive numerous compliments on the event. So
It was a neat event.
always is, always is. Integrity, in an effort to further meet the needs of students, we are taking a little different focus this year with Intercession for students in grades K through 8. Providing some more direct language services to many of our level 1 email students. So we're excited to see this, to reach the student population a little more directly and see some of the services, and we'll let you know how it goes. High school will be the same, their credit recovery model. And by way of enjoyment, we were happy to welcome back to PHS the 1977 state champion football team. It was a pretty great evening, allowing them to help celebrate the 40th anniversary of their championship. It was great to have that connection with former alumni, or with alumni. Former students. The next meeting is Tuesday, November 7th, 7 o'clock.
Okay, item 5, any other business to come before the board tonight? If not, anyone in the audience wish to speak toward an agenda item? Laura, do you have anything?
No, thank you.
Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.